This is what is happening now.
A lot of people are getting more and more afraid because of this measles outbreak.
Measles and dengue fever have killed more than 1,000 people since January, most of them children.
That vaccines itself is the victim of its own success.
Actually, the Philippines has been at high risk for polio for a few years.
This panic, this hysteria, this massive outpouring of what we call misinformation.
Raising the trust and confidence
Childhood
in vaccines
mortality,
is a
the deaths
key
from
factor
diseases
here.
like
There was a case
measles,
of,
diphtheria, tetanus,
under-distribution
pertussis, they have decreased remarkably with the vaccination.
After 2017.
What we are having is tremendous.
Vaccine hesitancy worsened after November 2017 when authorities withdrew Dengvaxia, a dengue vaccine, for risks associated with it. Since then, the Philippines has seen an outbreak of measles, which resulted to 42,000 cases this year, almost 3 times for the same period last year, and over 500 deaths, up from 128. There was also an outbreak of polio in September, nearly 2 decades after the World Health Organization declared the country polio-free. Additionally, the Health Department reported that cases of diphtheria, the vaccine for which is included in the 6-in-1 vaccine given to infants, jumped from 167 cases and 40 deaths from January to September this year, from 122 cases and 30 deaths in the same period in 2018.
In 2016, the Philippines was the first country in Asia to approve the use of Dengvaxia in mass immunizations. The vaccine is made by Sanofi Pasteur, the vaccines division of the French pharmaceutical company Sanofi. Over 800,000 children had received the vaccine before its distribution was stopped, as Sanofi Pasteur reported in 2017 that children who received the vaccine but did not have any previous dengue infection could be at risk of acquiring a more severe dengue infection.
As a medical professional, what are your thoughts about the Dengvaxia and other recent outbreaks in the Philippines? Do you encourage the Filipinos to practice vaccination and consistent use of antibiotics?
Hello, my name is Police Captain Jason Javier. I'm a doctor in the police service. I graduated from URM. Dengvaxia is not the issue actually. Sanofi is a well-known company actually na produces quality medicines. The problem was that during the clinical trials of Sanofi, people that didn't have the disease actually were more prone to have the disease or more prone to have dengue disease that is more severe than having the dengue itself. So that became the problem. It's just that just because of that the statement, it became an issue wherein the public sees that there was corruption, that the DOH cannot be trusted. So that's where the problem is right now in 2019. No? Vaccination is a stepping stone for us Filipinos, for not just Filipinos but the whole human race. It was a large stepping stone in prolonging life and giving healthier options. The proper use of antibiotics, we usually classify the diseases, what is the most likely organism, prescribe antibiotics. The problem is with other Filipinos, most antibiotics here can be purchased over the counter or using outdated prescriptions. So most Filipinos self-medicate. That is why most diseases here are more drug resistant than others. I suggest that we use we use antibiotics properly. That is with prescription and assessment of a doctor.
Do you think the present quality of medicine and other health aid in the Philippines is up to par with the rest of the world? Why do you think so?
So if you ask me the quality of medicine, I for one do not care if it's branded or generic, no? If you're buying branded, you're basically paying for the research of the companies. It's sad to say that most research here in the pharmaceutical business is funded by private companies, no? Yeah, that is why we must support them also in order to find new treatments and improve medicine. I think one thing to improve here in the Philippines is our healthcare system, no?
With regards to these issues, what would you say to the public so as to promote awareness and understanding of the current state of health and medicine in the Philippines?
Actually, the leaders are also doing their best, no? Like our Joint Secretary, they are always dealing with the most prevalent issues, no? Like right now, they're about the polio, no? Yeah, it's a wake-up call actually. As of now, I suggest for the public, trust in your doctors, trust in the government for your health. It's already available. The vaccines are given free in the municipal health office. If they know their rights, the available healthcare in their community, it would drastically improve their health.
Do you think this advocacy will be supported by the government?
Regarding health and wellness, no? Well, as you can see, the government is doing its best, no? Our government is improving day by day, and hopefully there will come a time that we would have a healthcare system that would be at par with other developed countries.
Everyone has a definition of what good is. Getting a college degree, traveling across the world, succeeding in a business venture, pursuing a healthy and active lifestyle, or being a responsible parent. Eudaimonia is what defines a good life. And in order for us to live a good life, we must live a life of virtue. Health awareness is a good practice in order for us to achieve eudaimonia. Everyone is capable of being aware in terms of their health, but not everyone is willing to devote their time and practice in achieving such. If a person learns that eating too much fatty foods is bad for the health, he or she has to make it a habit to stay away from these particular foods because they know for a fact health contributes to living well and doing well. In the same manner, if people take the time and effort to become more informed of the current health and medical cases or issues in the Philippines such as the positive implications of vaccinations, antibiotic resistance, outbreaks, and the like, that would ultimately be a step towards the good life.
Please listen to your doctors, but do not hesitate to ask.
Learn to filter what you see or hear on social media.
Take an active part in promoting good health.
Medical professionals can only do so much.
The solution is to detach and devolve healthcare from politics.
To be an advocate of healthcare is to believe in healthcare. And if you have personalities in the government who do not believe in healthcare, then the government will continue to contradict itself.